I we are trying to start family dinner again. We used to have family dinner all the time on Sunday. I'm just gonna get right into it. I'm not gonna sugarcoat or waste any more time or whatever. Anyway, um, so a couple things. I decided to do this because I was bored. My battery is low on my phone, so I don't know how long it will last. But so we used to do family dinners every Sunday for a while, and then life got busy. I started doing the dashing thing, and I didn't really have time for family dinners. It's one of the things that while dashing I didn't like is that our family dinners kind of got pushed, you know, to the side. And so most all of the kids are available tonight, so they're going to come over for family dinner. And I'm just prepping. I need to preface this and say that I am not a cook, I'm not a chef, I'm not professional, I'm not any of these things. I just make stuff, and yes, I'm probably not cutting this pepper correctly. I come at me if you will in the comments or whatever if you watch it back later or whatever it is. I don't know. Listen, I don't know how to cut vegetables. I just do, right? I just do what I do. Um, it's just how it is. So anyway, one of my kids once told me that it was very relaxing to just hang out here while I cut up peppers and onions and prep and all that kind of stuff. So I thought, well, I'll take you guys along for the ride should anyone join me. And so I'm just cutting up peppers. Like I said, I don't think I'm doing it right, but it's just how I do it. I have this little IKEA knife that I absolutely love. One thing about me, fun fact, is I love tiny utensils, like tiny spatulas, tiny knives, I really, really like tiny cooking utensils. It's just kind of who I am. So anyway, I'm just a mom, just cutting up some peppers. So here's the thing in our group chat, we had a discussion on what we wanted for dinner. Half of the kids and half of the people said, okay, I'm just going to tell you the whole story. So we were talking to one of our kids. We had a little funny incident happen this morning. So we were talking to him on the phone and laughing about what had happened or whatever. And I said, hey, we're going to do family dinner tonight if you're available. He said, yeah, sure. And I said, I was thinking about making spaghetti. Now, before you go crazy and go, why are you cutting up a pepper for spaghetti? Hang with me here. Hang with me. So I said I was going to make spaghetti. My husband got really excited. He's like, oh, your spaghetti sounds amazing, blah, blah, blah. So he had to go into the house for something. And this is how quickly this went. Hi, you're not bad. I'm not bad either. So this is how this went. My husband went inside to get whatever it was he needed to get. And came back out and he's like, you know what sounds good for dinner is fajitas. Like, I literally just told you I was going to make spaghetti. You got excited about it. And now you say fajitas. Well, our son that was on the phone was like, fajitas, that's amazing. So we had this big group chat, all the kids. We put it up for a vote for everyone. Do we want spaghetti or fajitas? Which one do we want? And oh my gosh, hi. I am in Florida. Hi, everyone. It's your birthday, Xander. Is that how you say your name? If I murdered that, I'm sorry. But happy birthday. Bug, bonjour, hello. So anyway, this is the story. So my son and my husband, in the 2.2 seconds it took to go inside and get something out, forgot that I said I was going to make spaghetti, brought up fajitas. My son got excited about fajitas. All the other kids in the group chat, hi. Margaret, hello. Life with Panas. Anyway, so here we go. This is what's happening. So yeah. Like I said, when I first started, I don't know if anybody heard me. I am not a chef. I don't know how to cook properly or whatever. I'm just a mom and I'm just cutting, and I love small utensils, so I'm not using the right knife. I know this. I don't care. I'm just cutting. My one son used to tell me that it was really relaxing to just sit here while I prep stuff for dinner, and so that's what we're doing. we're doing it together. Hi, Tracy. So anyway, Paulo, I wish I knew more Spanish. Sorry, I don't know Spanish, but I will look it up. I will absolutely look it up. Dutch verbs 3, 5 through 6. Awesome. Yes, I am married. So anyway, so here's what's happening. So we're cutting up peppers because let's go back to the saga. I said I was going to make spaghetti. Half of the family was excited about my spaghetti. Half of the family was excited about fajitas. So we've decided to do a fusion dinner for family dinner tonight. And I am cutting up fajita peppers to make on the side. Then I'm making spaghetti. Hear me out. This is the craziest thing. I can't believe we're doing this. But we're fusing spaghetti and fajitas. So I'm cutting up these peppers. I'm going to make, peppers, onions, fajita, basically fajita mix. Going to have ground beef and ground pork and chicken. And then it's going to be basically a topping bar. But I've got some flour tortillas that I'm going to bake in the oven. And we're going to make like hard shell tacos. So we're going to have basically spaghetti tacos, spaghetti fajitas. And so we'll see how it turns out. I don't know. But I'm going to, I'm a mom. So I make everyone happy. And I cook what everyone wants. So we're doing fajitas and spaghetti. So we're doing spaghetti tacos. And then I'll have a little bit of fajita mix on the side for if anyone just wants straight fajitas. Because I'm a mom. That's what I do. I make all my kids happy. Hello. Paulo, I wish that I spoke more Spanish than I do. I speak un poco. I don't even know if un poco is right, but poco. I know poco's little. That's all I know. I know the bare minimum Spanish to be dangerous and look like an idiot. That's what I know. Of course, I know hola. I know where's the bathroom, which is very formal, like donde está el baño, but that's very formal, and I know people don't really probably talk like that. Anyway, I would love to communicate with you in Spanish. I could probably do Google Translate after we're done and then respond to your comments. But yeah, I want to learn. Anyway, yes, so like I said, I don't cut peppers right. I don't cut stuff right. I'm not a chef. I'm not meant to be a chef. Hi, Gig Life and More. How are you? Rob, I know. Spaghetti toast. I know. Listen, here's the thing. This is what everyone decided would be a fun family dinner. Oh, thank you, Gig Life and More. So, Rob, here's the thing. There's going to be an option for spaghetti tacos. There's also going to be straight old regular fajitas and straight old regular spaghetti. So if anybody wants to have one or the other, they can. But this is what they said they wanted, and it will all bring them over to the house. So that's why we're doing it. I'm going to cut this in half, actually. Marshmallow enchiladas, Rob. Listen, I would do fried ice cream. I do have enough tortillas to do fried ice cream, and I will do that. Except I'm a fat girl, and so is my whole family. So when I do fried ice cream, like, you know how you take the ice cream, you harden it, you put cornflakes on it, and then you deep fry the tortilla and do them in brown sugar and cinnamon and all that kind of stuff, and then you put the little ice cream ball on it and all that kind of stuff. Well, I don't put cornflakes on the ice cream. I put frosted flakes because I want more sugar. So we could probably do fried ice cream for dessert, but I don't think so. I don't think we're going to do that. I don't think we're going to do that for dessert. Oh, I'm not bad. I wish I could understand all of what you put. Yeah, so there we go. Anyway, so that's what we're doing. Just hanging out, chilling. So I got all my peppers here. This will be for the fajita mix. Just the straight regular fajita mix. I might take a few of those and chop them up even finer. The green peppers, I might chop those up super fine. In fact, maybe I will. Because I actually do. Oh, that's annoying. You know what? Let me not do that. That sound is terrible. Hang on, I'll be right back. Okay, sorry guys. I wanted to rinse that off and not have the sound of the knife. That was terrible. Oh my god, that almost killed me. Okay, so anyway, I might cut up some of these green peppers really Rob, I don't really want Chef. I don't really care. Honestly, it is what it is. I do what I do. It's fine. Anyway, Big Life and More, you made enchiritos. What's that? I don't know what enchiritos are. It sounds amazing. I would try it for sure. I do need a longer knife for this. I'm sure I do need chef training, Mac. If I really wanted them, I would get it. I do what I do, and it's fine. To each their own. I don't really care. Anyway, I might dice up the green peppers a little bit more because sometimes I do put that in my spaghetti sauce. I'll be honest. Sometimes I do put green peppers in my spaghetti sauce. Just a little. Just a few. Not a lot. That's gross. Alright. This I will dice up really, a mix of enchilada and burritos, Big Life and More. Cool. That sounds awesome. I'm going to cut this onion up in a couple of different ways. I'm going to have some slices. And then some of it I will super finely dice because, or cut. I use the word dice, but I don't even know what dice means. I don't really, whatever. So I'll have some of these little slivers for the fajitas because in the fajitas, my family likes the larger, like pieces like that, little slices. But in, I do put a little bit of onion in my spaghetti sauce. And so, but I do it really finely, like little teeny pieces in my spaghetti sauce. And I don't put a lot. I don't overpower my spaghetti sauce with onion. But I do put some peppers and onion in my spaghetti sauce. It's just how I've always made it. Okay. And I like it. Family likes it. Doesn't really matter if it's right or wrong or anybody else likes it. They like it. So that's all that matters. Oh, sweet, Rob. Okay, I'll check it out. If we're going to do a fusion, try... It's a Mexican lasagna. Sweet. I will definitely look that up. And yeah, I'll try that one time. Absolutely. For sure. 100%. By the way, just another fun fact about me. I didn't really grow up like with a mom and like that cooked a lot, or like we didn't really have a lot of cooking in our family. So yeah. My mom made meals, but she didn't, I just said meals, not meals. Can't even talk today. But we didn't have like, it wasn't like that. My grandmother did. She lived on a farm. My mother lived on a farm until she was 14. And they did all the like, you know, massive dinner cooking and all that kind of stuff. My grandmother used to make breakfast, lunch, and dinner for her brothers who worked a farm. They actually had an apple orchard and did sheep. And so she was, that's what her job was every day, was to cook and clean for them. So she did that, but sadly my grandmother's no longer here. She passed away a few years ago at the age of 103. So, I mean, she taught me some stuff, but nothing really formal. So everything I've done, I just kind of do on my own. It is what it is. Yeah, so there. But I'll definitely try out that recipe. I'll look it up, and these are going to be the little bitty pieces of onion, so I'm not really upset that they're ripping. I'll do this one. I don't know if that's enough. I'll do a little bit more slices of onions because I need to do that the other way. It's easier to cut it this way. Oh, that's a thick piece. Let's cut that down a little bit. All right. There you go. Oop. There you go. All right. Yeah, because that's about equal to that. Yeah. All right. So there's the onion pieces. They're done. So anyway, let's see. What else do I have? Nothing really. That's all I got going on today. Kind of a lazy Sunday. I kind of like those. I like a good lazy Sunday. If I cut that up small, put that to the side. That'll be a lot there. I'll save those to the side. Like I do them really, really finely. Try like super little pieces. I may even cut that down a little bit too. So that's where we're at. So yeah, so that's what we're doing. The husband's outside. So this is a fun topic. So I find like my grandmother and grandfather were very, 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 very special to me. And these are a bit too big of a piece. I really like grandma and grandpa's to me are like super, super special. And so this is a fun topic that my husband and I talked about the other day. I refer to it like my husband likes to spend a lot of time out in the yard, and totally okay with that. Love that he does it. He also has a shop, and so we have a garage attached to our house, and then he has another cement block, what we call the shop. It's a little 2.5-car garage that's separated from the house that's on site, as well as the one that's attached to the house. So we refer to that as the shop, and he likes to spend a lot of time in the shop. He's a car enthusiast. He likes to create and make things. Nothing, crazy or anything. But so he likes to spend a lot of time out there. And I've always, because I love like old people and grandma and grandpa, and my grandma and grandpa are so special to me, I always referred to when he spends time out there when he's piddling around. Well, he's like, that is so negative, and what else did he call it? He said it negative, and it was like demeaning and terrible in his eyes. And I'm like, wow, okay, so this just goes to show you that I see things differently. That is the most wretched sound. Okay. I see things differently than he does, because when I say like he's piddling outside or piddling out in the shop, to me it makes me smile, because I'm like, oh, he's like doing, because I like to make fun of him because he's not old, but I like to pretend like he's an old grandpa. And so anyway, we had a big discussion on me saying, oh, you're going to go, piddle around outside. He's like, that's terrible. Don't ever refer to it as that again. So what's this consensus? Do I not ever refer to it as that again? Is it really bad? You guys tell me. It makes me smile, but I am not opposed. If it hurts his feelings or makes him feel bad, I will never say it again. It's fine. I take criticism mostly well. I mean, let's face it, sometimes, always coming in now, sometimes we don't always take criticism really well. I try. Anywho, I call these my McDonald's onions, because they're like it looks like what's on a McDonald's cheeseburger. So I call them my McDonald's onions. I don't know if I should have said that, because I don't know if I can, whatever. Anyway, they're very small onions. That was my nail, by the way, not my finger. Don't worry. Oh, that scraping is terrible. Anyway, so yeah, so for right now, I almost was going to say my husband was piddling outside, but I can't say that because he said it hurts, doesn't sound good. Doesn't make me sound good. Doesn't make him look good. It's, you know, he's like, it makes you actually look like an asshole. Oh, I don't know if I can say that word. But anyway, so I was like, ooh, point taken. I'll think about that. But he's outside doing things. Doing manly guy things outside. That's what he's doing. Actually, what he's doing is cleaning up the yard. Let's just face facts. He's doing adult things. He's cleaning up the yard. Our yard needed cleaned up, by the way. It is a lot of onions. I know. I'm not using it all for dinner, by the way. I am just cutting it up all now. Don't freak out. I just pointed them out. Like, don't freak out. I probably won't even use all of these in the fajita mixture. I'll use probably about half of those in the fajita mixture, or a quarter of those. And then these little ones that I'm like dicing up really, really small, this goes in a jar and stays in the refrigerator. And then I just take like little snippets of it as needed. Because sometimes, like if I make a cheeseburger for lunch on the grill or whatever, I just want a little bit of diced onion. So this isn't really diced. I don't know what this is really called, but it's fine. But that's why I'm just doing it all now, because I don't really meal prep, but I guess this would be considered meal prep. I don't know. I just like to have it on hand in case. Yeah. In case I want some later. There we go. All right. And this is leftover. I don't know if I want this. Yeah, I might save it. Also, what do you guys do with... Hang on, I gotta wash my hands. Sorry about that, guys. I had to wash my hands. What do you guys do with, what was I going to say? Oh, with the leftover, like the seeds and stuff of the onions, what does one do with those? I've always thrown them away, but maybe I should be more, what's the word I'm looking for? Maybe I should be more, I don't know, like I should, I don't, what do you replant them? I bet if I asked my husband, he would say, we should replant them and we'll use the seeds and grow more vegetables. And he grew up on a farm with cattle, and so he knows how to do all that. I'll leave that up to him. I'll save those, and if he wants to use them, he can use them. So yeah, so that's all I got. I think the next step is, I don't know when everyone is coming over. So I think the next step is for me to go ahead and preheat the oven and maybe get some meatballs ready for the spaghetti. Cook the meatballs, I can do that. And then, because the fajita mix is not going to take that long to fry up. And we do that just before the kids come over. Also, everything else takes not really. Make the meatballs. So let's do that. Let's cook the meatballs. Let's see. I think I'm going to preheat. I don't know. I don't have a specific preheat. So maybe 350, 375. It's probably what I'll preheat to. So we'll do that. Okay. We'll do 375. I'll do 375. Yeah. All right. Well, kids. If you hear whining in the background, sorry guys, I walked away. I totally. Dogs. I have 2 golden retrievers, a golden doodle, and the rest are Australian shepherds. So, yes, there are dogs in my house. I don't usually let them in the kitchen when I'm cooking. Occasionally I do, but most times my kitchen's really, really small. And so most times I Like it's super small. There's really only one person can be in here, but maybe two sometimes. When my cooks with me, it's fine because we like each other, but we're really like always bumping into each other and close to each other. So, but it would be too hard to like cook with other people. That would be terrible. Um, wouldn't be terrible. It would be great fun and exciting, but yeah. I don't usually let the dogs in the kitchen when I'm cooking because I don't want to trip over all good stuff. So anyway, so that's what we're gonna do. Let's what am I gonna cook the meatballs in? What do you guys cook meatballs in? Do you do it on a cookie sheet? Do you do it in a pan? What do you do? I think I need to do it in a pan because of the, sorry, I'm stepping away to see if I have a pan. I think I'm going to do it in a pan is what I think I'm going to do. Also, doing it on a broiler pan might be good too. Sometimes I do that. Let's do it on a broiler pan. That sounds like fun, right? Getting my broiler pan. Broiler pan. Do you hear a lawnmower outside? My husband just started the lawnmower. The lawn does not need mowing. So it is literally, there's no grass to mow. But he's on the lawnmower. That's funsies. All right. So I got, oh, you know what? Oh, hold please. Yeah, I'm gonna get a glove because I'm gonna be making the meatballs, so I'm gonna do a lot of, anyway. Yeah, all right. So, sausage and hamburger. I put sausage and hamburger together with just a bunch of like Italian seasoning and stuff. That's what I do. And then I think I'm gonna fry this stuff. That's what I make my spaghetti with. I don't know. Yeah, so I'm just gonna put the just make sure the broiler pan is ready to go, and then I will mix this up, and I just make it in like little balls or whatever. Put it on the broiler pan. So anyway, I should probably get my other one so I can like. Anyway, how do you guys make spaghetti? What do you put like meat in the sauce or just sauce? Oh, and here's another thing for spaghetti. This is always a question that we have. This hair is crazy right there. Here's another question for spaghetti. Do you guys make spaghetti and sauce? Do you put meat in the sauce? B, if not, if not, do you make the sauce and the spaghetti and do you mix it all together in one pot or do you keep it separate? I was raised, it was always separate. So you made the pasta, that was separate. Then we made sauce with meat in it and the meat sauce was separate. And then you put it on your plate. You put the pasta on your plate, you put the meat sauce on top of it, and that's how you had it. My husband's family mixes it all together in one pot. So you guys tell me, what do you guys do? Yeah. But when I make my sauce, I add stuff to it. So I add, usually it's pretty simple, really. And I'm not Italian at all. I am German, Irish, and that's about it. German and Irish is what I am. English, German, and Irish. Anyway, so when I make my stuff, what I do is I basically just do, I don't make sauce like melt down the tomatoes and all that kind of stuff. I just use tomato sauce. Sometimes I use put a little bit of paste, tomato paste, and then so here's what I do. I put tomato sauce, tomato paste, then I put in when I boil the pasta, I put the boiling pasta water in it, and then I simmer that, And then I cook the sausage and the hamburger, and I already have meatballs. And so then I just blend it all together. I do put, like I said, a little bit of green peppers and a little bit of onion in my sauce. Sometimes if I'm really feeling it, sometimes I will do a little bit of mushrooms in my sauce too, but my youngest doesn't like the mushrooms. I like the mushrooms, but my youngest doesn't like the mushrooms. So, anywho, that's where we're at. I am only going to have enough to do 16 meatballs, I guess, probably. That's probably what I'll do, 15, 16 meatballs. Yeah. I know it looks weird but I don't like to do the meat with my bare hands. I don't know, I'm weird. I'm weird, I'll admit it. I'm weird. I don't like, oh, the oven's preheated and I'm not done with making the meatballs yet. So this is just basically pork and hamburger, ground hamburger put together with some seasonings in it, some Italian seasonings, some oregano. That's about it. Yeah, and so when I make my salsa, I also put all that stuff in it, right? Like I put onions, oregano, basil, Italian, all that kind of stuff. I probably should have done a little bit of onion in with these meatballs, but I don't think so. I'll just put it in the sauce, I think. Just put it in the sauce. That works well, I think. I guess I could spread this out a little more on this pan, huh? I had these really, like, close together. Let me spread this out some. I also don't like my meatballs to be like being. That's the word I'm looking for. I don't like them to be really. I also reuse my ADD is going crazy today. Yeah. I don't like them to be really like greasy, so that's another reason why I like to use my broiling pan. Because I don't like them greasy. Nope. Oh, glove down. Okay, so there we go. They're going in the oven. All right. So today we're having spaghetti and meatballs. And I will be putting the meatballs in with the sauce. And then I do not think I'm going to be, I just realized that was terrible. I'm not supposed to lean on the counters. I was taught as a young child not to lean on the counters. Hang on, I gotta wash my hands again. Hold on. Okay. Sorry about that. So yeah, I guess I could put my onions away. The onions that I'm not going to use, I can put those away. If I saute the onions and peppers now, it'll be too early. They'll be all kind of not great for the fajitas, because I think it's going to be a while for the fajitas. So anyway, I think I'm at a stopping point. I don't think there's much else to do right now until it's closer to the time that everyone gets here. I can go back and try to catch up on the chat to see if there's anything. Nope, nothing on the chat. So, I don't know what to do. Don't know what time it is either. I could start making the sauce and just let it simmer for a really long time. Let's do that. Let's do exactly that. Got my big old pan. And okay, All right. So let's see. I will start cooking up the sausage for the sauce. That's what I will do. That is what I shall do. I'll be right back, guys. Hold please, hold please, hold please, hold please. I put a little, just a tiny bit of butter in with my sauce. I know it's weird, but it's what I do. Okay. Do that. I shall open up the sausage. And I'll start frying the sausage up. So, just waiting for stuff to heat up. That's all we're doing, waiting for stuff to heat up. That was really close. Sorry, you got a close-up of my face and all my wrinkles. What do you guys think? Should I cut up a little bit of the green pepper, just like 2 or 3 slivers of it, and put it in the sauce too? What do you guys think? Do you put green peppers in your spaghetti sauce? Hi, hon. What do you think? Should I cut up just a few slivers of green pepper for the spaghetti sauce? I don't know. Also, what do you guys like? Thin spaghetti or regular spaghetti? Which one is better? Which one do you do? I like regular spaghetti. I'm not a fan of thin spaghetti. But I know some people like thin spaghetti. I like fat spaghetti. I don't know if it's appropriate to say that word. Fat spaghetti? Probably not. I think for the spaghetti tacos, I know it's an unpopular meal for today, but we're doing it because it's what the kids want. For the spaghetti tacos, I think the flour tortillas, I'm going to put a mixture of garlic. True, we are not Italian. We are not. Right, Big Three Dashing? That's what I feel. I think I'm going to cut some of... So I have these little slivers of the pepper. So I think I might just cut some of them up and put in the sauce. Sorry, I gotta watch this too. So anyway, for the taco shells, I have flour tortillas, and I think what I'm gonna do is put a layer of garlic powder, salt, butter on them, and oven bake them to make them crispy. But they'll be like crispy garlic bread taco shells, if that makes any sense. Because I don't know about this spaghetti tacos. I'm also just going to have everything on the side. So anybody can just really have whatever they want. If they want fajitas, they can have fajitas. If they want spaghetti, they can have spaghetti tacos. So yeah. All right, well, I'm going to get another knife and cut up the little green pepper things. In case you missed it, I am obsessed with small utensils. I don't know, am I like cooking, so it doesn't matter if I show a knife on YouTube, right? I don't think so. Anyway, yeah. I'm just cutting this up into little bitty slices, and I'll put it in the sauce. There we go. I'll do another one. I'll do another one of these. Oh, let me make sure this isn't burning. Sorry, I have to keep stepping away to check on some of the meat. I don't want it to burn. Okay. That looks good. Bear with me, guys. I know I'm off the camera. I'm sorry. Sorry. Okay. All right. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. I'm putting the rest of the sausage in the pan to cook right now. All right, there we go. Sorry, I know I'm not on camera, guys. Sorry. I had to put the, oh, now I gotta wash my hands. Hold on. Okay, sorry. I'll put the rest of this in. Let me get this cut up really quickly, and then I'll put the rest of this in with some onions. Yeah, so just a little bit of onions and a little bit of peppers. That's all I'm gonna have right there. Just, I don't know if you can see it, but just this little bit right here of onions and peppers. Mix it up a little bit. Maybe just a little bit more. There you go, and that's what will be in the sauce. Just a little bit, just for flavor. Sorry, I'm finishing up the sausage. See, now I'm thinking about, because somebody else asked earlier what was for dessert, and now I'm trying to figure out for dessert, if you have fajitas and spaghetti, because everybody wants something different, is there a dessert that combines them all? And what would that be? Would that be like a cheesecake, or something like that, maybe? I don't know how to do any sort of like custard or flan or anything like that. Or like cheesecake, I bet would be good. Because you can have cheesecake after Italian and after, maybe. I don't know. See, now it got me thinking about dessert, and I wasn't even thinking about dessert. Sheesh. This sausage is cooking up pretty quick. Alright. sausage is almost done, guys. That was quick. The sausage is almost done. All right. And then once we get this, okay, so here's my plan right now. Finish cooking the sausage and then put the sauce in. And then good afternoon, Dashing Womble. How are you? I am, if you haven't been on or haven't caught what's going on, we're having family dinner tonight. All the kids are coming over, and it's something we're trying to do in 2025 is because in the last half of 24, I was doing too much gig work and I stopped having family dinners, and that's not okay with us. We need more family dinners in our life. So I got all the kids coming over, and some of the kids wanted fajitas, some of the kids wanted spaghetti, and so we're just making both. And so that's where we're at with it. I'm just making both for dinner. And so yeah. All right. The sausage is cooked. Now, I drain my sausage. I don't know if you guys drain your sausage, but I drain my sausage. Because, well, I just always have. That's why. That's because. Alright, I'm going to drain the sausage. Yes, there's my doggies barking. Got my sausage drained. Dashing Womble, it sounds great. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm a mom first. So I just do everything. Yes, it can take, so between gig work and YouTubing, etc. Yeah. So that's what I was trying to do, right? So I had a full-time, my husband has his own business. And so I was helping with that. And that's what I mostly do full-time. I'm also a real estate agent that I do very, very part-time. But I picked up the gig work because we just got back from Hawaii, but we were planning our trip to Hawaii, so I did a lot of gig work to pay for Hawaii. And we're doing Japan later this year, so I'm going to try to figure out how to get back into gig work, because that's how I save up for all my trips and stuff. So I'm trying to balance, because I went all in on gig work. And I mean, I was still doing the full-time stuff, obviously. That's how we make our significant income, so I had to do that. But then the gig work kind of took over the family time, and I don't want that to happen, so I'm trying to find a balance. But one of the things with my gig work was I was not doing the, what do they call it, the cherry picking and all that. I was just basically like almost taking every order the whole time I did it. I very rarely turned down an order, and that just, I think for the time and the money that I made, I didn't do myself any favors with that. And then I'm sure you'll see other videos on here. You'll hear about me talk about it more, because you're going to see more just me and not gig work stuff. Because the other thing is I got way too obsessed, I'll just call it what it was, obsessed with making sure I stayed platinum status on DoorDash. And that became too much of a focus for me, and that's not okay for me, so I'm not going to do that again. So I have to figure out, I just realized I said about 50,000 times, so I got to figure out how to balance that. It's really hard. It's really hard. Sometimes I say gig work is like a cult, and I probably throw that term around a little too loosely, and it's probably offensive to anyone who is maybe part of a cult, but I do feel like gig work is almost a cult of sorts. Yes, the tier system is a con. I have not dashed. So I lost my platinum status on November, just before we went to Hawaii. And so I went all or nothing. I'm kind of an all or nothing type of person. I'm trying to get away from that. So I went all or nothing, and then I just didn't dash again. I was like, you know what, this is not worth it. And so I haven't dashed since mid-November. I haven't done Uber Eats. And I was going to do Walmart Spark. I'm trying to get into that. It's just, you know, it's what it is. So, but now I have a plan for Japan, and that rhymed. I have a plan for Japan. So we're doing Japan, and that's another reason why the kids are coming over tonight, because all the kids are going on that trip. So Hawaii was just my husband and I. So all the kids are going to Japan. So we are... I have not looked into doing proxy pics. Funny story though, I do have a very short video that I'm going to be uploading later today. It's my husband and I in the car. We got stuck behind an accident on the interstate, and we were just talking and laughing, and I was scrolling YouTube as I do, and for some reason it was like suggested to me about this girl who was in, I think, Australia or New Zealand or something, and she did like feet pictures online, and she like did this whole, it was this whole YouTube thing where she had this whole video about like, does it really pay? Is it really this? Is it a scam? Does it do? It was like actually informational, which was funny to me because I was like all about it. I was like, ooh, I want all the information on it. And anyway, she just put up pictures of her feet, and I think over the course of a year she made like $1,100 or something, which she was happy for. But it was funny. I was laughing because had this whole conversation. So I'm going to put that video up of my husband and I discussing it. It was pretty funny. But that's just like a 4 or 5 minute video I'm going to put up. It was really, really funny. And but proxy pics, tell me what that is, Dashing Womble. What's proxy pics? Because I'll be honest with you, I love taking pictures. It's my favorite thing in the world besides reading and my dogs. So it goes dogs, reading, no. Dogs, pictures, reading, but sometimes reading is flipped with pictures, just depends. But pictures is up there. Dogs, of course, will always be number one. And then I just realized I did this again. I've done this before. And I'm sorry. I would never claim to be the best parent on the face of this planet, but yes, I did put my dogs above my kids. Not in real life, not really. My kids obviously are way above, but my dogs are pretty close. Real estate photography, okay. All right, Dashing Womble, I'm going to go to your channel, and everybody else should go to your channel too. And sub if you're not subbed to Dashing Womble, because yes, you should sub and like and share and comment and all that stuff for him. Playlist on your channel. I will look into that. I'm really going to look into that because obviously I'm a licensed real estate agent, and funny enough, real estate is not my jam. I did it because my mom wanted me to get my license, and she basically was pressuring me, and so I did it. It's not really, I don't love it that much, but I can do it, and I'm licensed to do it, so why not? Okay. So I'm checking on the meatballs. They're cooking. So it's almost time to put the sauce together and just let it simmer, I guess, for hours and hours. Because I don't think everybody's coming over for another couple hours. I guess the sauce can simmer. Can spaghetti sauce simmer that long? I've never made it simmer that long, but again, I'm not Italian, so it can simmer that long, can it? If I put it on really, really low? Like 2-3 hours? I mean, the meat's already cooked all the way through. It's just keeping it warm, really, right? I feel like it can. Why not? I'll try it. So yeah, that's where we're at. All right. And today I'm using jar spaghetti sauce. I'm not making it from scratch. It's just going to be jar spaghetti sauce today. Because I'm in a hurry. That's why. That is why. You know what? Sorry, I'm off camera again. Sorry. I can just go back on camera and wait for a little while. I don't have to do this right now. So anyway, that's the fun stuff. The fajita stuff that we're doing for the kids and people that want fajitas, the little peppers and onions and stuff, they're all cooked up. We're going to do that. My husband's going to take care of that on the flat iron. We got a Blackstone thing outside. He's going to do the fajitas on that. Big Three Dashing, you keep homemade spaghetti sauce simmering all night long. Oh, okay. So I probably could start it now then and just let it simmer for hours and hours and hours. I mean, it's not going to be that many hours. It's probably going to be 3 hours, 2.5, 3 hours before they get here. So what you're saying is I could start it and it would be fine. So I'll take your advice. Okay, so I could get started on that. Let's do that. Let's do it, kids. Yes, let's do it. All right. So how do you guys make your sauce? Do you put a lot of meat in your sauce or do you put no meat in your sauce, in your spaghetti sauce? How does it work? How do you guys do it? Because I put a lot of meat in my spaghetti sauce. Because I'm always have done it that way, so that's just the way that I do it. That's just the way that I do it. It's the way I've always done it. The longer it simmers, the flavors intensify, making it tastier. Thank you for the tip. Like I said before, I don't know if you caught it, if you were on or not, but I was never taught any formal cooking. Like I didn't have I mean, I'm going to date myself here, but I'm sure by the wrinkles you can tell I'm old. We did have home ec in school. I know they don't have those now in school, but when I was in school, we had home ec. But they didn't really teach us much in the way of I think I only had a semester of it, so I only had maybe, I don't even think I had 18 weeks of home ec. I think we only had it a quarter. I think I only had 9 weeks of home ec. And so I learned how to cinnamon biscuit casserole. That was really about it. They didn't teach us much. I wish, that's one thing. If I could have my dream thing, it would be to have a company that teaches kids all the things that they don't have in school now, like shop and home ec. I would love that. That's you know how they have privatized schools and all that kind of stuff and charter schools and everything? I would like to have a charter company that teaches shop and home ec. I would like shop and home ec. Those were my favorite class in high school was, my favorite was graphic arts. But they had this really cool, our graphics arts class was really cool. I learned screen printing, I learned press printing, we made our own notepads, made our own stamps, and this was I'm old, so it was a long time ago. But we learned how to do all that. And I like the old presses, newspaper presses and stuff. That was my favorite class. My second favorite class was shop. I loved shop. And yeah, I would love to start a company like that. And of course my husband is, I call him Einstein, but he was a aircraft mechanic for 20 some odd years, did inspection, worked on rockets for a little while at SpaceX, and then also he owned his own car repair shop on the side. When we were young and newly married, we thought that would work. And so anyway, he knows all the shop things, and I love the shop things. I would love to have a company like that just teaches the kids these days all the important stuff, the stuff you need to know how to do. I would be in really bad shape if I didn't know how to do the stuff I know how to do. You had home dashing Womble. You had home economics in England. Do they still have it now? I wish they had it here now. DJ Wave, how are you, mate? I don't. Anyway, yeah. Big Three, you're getting ready to start a dinner dash soon. Dashing Womble, you had dinosaurs in your classes. I might not be that. Well, although I feel like it sometimes. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, I would love to do something like that. Because it is lost on a lot of... It's lost on a lot. It's lost a lot. Yeah. There's a lot that's lost on the kids these days. Yeah. So I would love to start something where I can teach kids about life, really, right? Because they all need shop stuff, right? They need to know how to do stuff on their cars. They need to know how to do things around the house without killing themselves. They need to learn how, and then I would also love to do like just life classes, like all the stuff that they don't prepare you for. Yeah. Okay, so I just put this sauce on low and let it simmer, right? Just like let it cook really low and slow. All right. There we go. Sauce is simmering. All right. They do need to learn common sense. I agree with you 100%. Common sense is gone. Not in my kids, but in a lot of kids, common sense is gone. Yeah, I don't allow my kids to not use their brain. It's there for a reason. But I will say this: I'm not a helicopter parent, and I'm not a forceful parent either. I'll be honest. I parent a lot differently than a lot of people I've ever met, and it worked and didn't work, right? So some of my kids are, some kids were really good, some kids were not, and I think that's gonna happen no matter what type of parenting you do. But I was not a strict parent, and I was not a forceful parent, but I did have some very firm guidelines. I just allowed my kids to have a lot more freedom than what most people do, because I think that's where they learn their common sense, is in the freedom to make dumb choices, and then I don't save them when they make their dumb choices. So you make a dumb choice and you're going to have a consequence, and sorry about it. It's going to hand it to you and you're going to deal with it, because that's life. But like I didn't. So I'm a firm believer in putting pressure is not going to get you, like being very demanding and putting pressure isn't going to get you the result that you want. But I will say this, but there are times when you definitely do, for their safety, for your safety, for someone else's safety. Like, you definitely have to be firm at times, and I don't have a problem doing that. But by and large, I let them make the choice and then said, how do you think that's going to work out? What are you really thinking there? But I let them do it. But there are some things I wouldn't let them do. One of my biggest things is, oh, cool. Big Dashing. I will definitely check them out. And everybody else that's on here or sees this should go check them out. And if it's past and you're watching it's, not live, but you're watching it live, as Big Three Dashing said, go check out Dashing, Maverick, and Shaniqua. And even if it's like 3 weeks from now, go over to their channel and go watch their stuff. And subscribe to all of them if you're not already. So, oh, thanks, Brian. Thanks. We were just on a top. I'm just like chilling out, waiting for family dinner to start and kind of just shooting the breeze. Until then, we were on the topic of parenting, and I was saying I parent differently than most people. I do have some very firm guidelines, and first and foremost is lying. I will not tolerate lying at all, and my kids knew it. Because there's literally no reason to lie to me. I will not judge you for anything. But I will be firmly very, very upset for lying. I do not tolerate that. It's one of my faults. I don't tolerate it in the slightest form. I don't tolerate it. So there was that. So the kids know not to lie to me. They all learned that very early on, and thankfully none of the kids did. One kid did one time. Yeah, so. Oh, Brian, you're in Kentucky, Ohio? Oh, that's cool. Whereabouts? Sorry. Whereabouts in Kentucky, Ohio? Because we actually live in Kentucky, Ohio area and Florida. We go back and forth between the two. So at least 2 times a month, we're up in Kentucky, Ohio for several days. My husband's company that he has crews here in Florida and crews up there. So we go back and forth all the time. So whereabouts in Kentucky, Ohio? And I have a lot of family in Ohio, and I'm from Indiana originally. And so I have family all over Indiana as well. So just FYI. I'm a Midwestern transplanted in the South. We are not the same. The Midwest and the South, we are not the same. I'll just say that. It took me I'm still not adjusted to the South. I'll be honest. Not adjusted at all. Yeah. I'm a Midwesterner. Always will be. Anyway. All right. Okay. So we are near, we go between, Dayton, Cincinnati, and Cleveland. We actually just kind of go up that middle part of this, that's kind of where Ohio we go. And then we go into like Florence, Kentucky area, Union, Kentucky, that kind of area. Dashing, you're an English transplanted into the Midwest. Well, I did my ancestry, and I'm very English. English, German, and Irish. Kenton County, you meant. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah. Well, it's all relatively close anyway, right? Kentucky, Ohio, Indiana, it's all close. So yeah. All right, guys. I think I'm going to get off of here and allow some time because I want to charge my phone so I can get on. So if you haven't already, make sure you go over and check out Dashing Maverick and his daughter. They're going to go live here, I think, in probably about 20 minutes or so, 20, 30 minutes. Go check them out. If you're not subscribed to them, go subscribe to them. If you're not subscribed or liking any of the other channels on here, Dashing Womble, Big Three Dashing, all of those, please go subscribe and like and share and watch their stuff. It's good. Yeah. Yes, I am going to go check out the proxy pics. I'm actually going to do that before I go head over and see Maverick and his daughter. I am going to check that out, see what we can do. Because I don't know that I can go back to the DoorDash, We'll see. I'll do it a little bit, but I can't get back in it like I wanted to. So anyway, I'm going to get off of here because I've been on here for an hour. I'm going to finish up. I'm going to put my onions and peppers in the sauce and go see if everybody else is on the way. Get the tortillas started, get the spaghetti started, and see if it's time to start all the other stuff. And then Maybe I'll post some pictures on my community tab of the family dinner so you can see who all chose what. But anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out live with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It means so much to me. And don't forget, check out all the channels that are in here. Go subscribe to them, like them, share them, comments, all the good stuff for them. And we will see you the next time I'm live, or watch for videos to come out. All right, guys. Bye. Have a good one. Bye.